A 12-year-old girl stands alone at her mother's grave in the pouring rain. Her stepmom just drove away and left her there. No phone. No way home. Then she hears footsteps behind her. She turns around and sees someone she thought was gone forever. What happens next will leave you speechless. Hit subscribe right now because this story gets crazy. The rain fell hard on the cemetery that afternoon. Mia stood alone at her mother's grave, her small hands shaking as she held a bunch of wilted flowers. She was only 12 years old, too young to be left here by herself, too young to understand why her stepmom Jessica had driven away without looking back. "Mom," Mia whispered to the cold stone, "I miss you so much." The thunder cracked above her head. She jumped. Her thin jacket was soaked through. Water dripped from her dark hair into her eyes. She wiped them away, but more tears came. Always more tears. Her mom had died 6 months ago. "Car accident," they said. "Quick and painless," they said. But nothing about it felt painless to Mia. Every day hurt. Every morning she woke up and forgot for just 1 second. Then she remembered, and the pain came rushing back like a wave. "I brought your favorite flowers," Mia said softly. "The purple ones. I used my lunch money to buy them." She placed them on the grave. The rain was washing them away already. Everything felt wrong. Cold. Empty. Scary. Jessica had promised to wait in the car. But when Mia turned around, the parking lot was empty. No black SUV. No stepmom. Just rain and silence, and the terrible feeling in her stomach that something bad was happening. Mia pulled out her phone. Dead battery. Of course. Jessica knew that. She'd watched Mia's phone die at breakfast and said nothing. Didn't offer a charger. Didn't care. "Please come back," Mia whispered into the rain. Please. But Jessica wasn't coming back. Deep down, Mia knew it. This wasn't an accident. This was planned. Jessica wanted her gone. Out of the house. Out of the way. Out of the family. Mia's legs felt weak. She sat down on the wet grass next to her mom's headstone. The mud soaked through her jeans, but she didn't care anymore. What was the point? Her mom was dead. Her dad had remarried some cruel woman 6 weeks after the funeral. 6 weeks. And now that woman had abandoned her at a cemetery with no phone and no way home. "What do I do, Mom?" Mia asked the stone. "Tell me what to do." The wind picked up. It howled through the trees. Mia wrapped her arms around herself and tried not to cry harder. But the sobs came anyway. Big, choking sobs that made her whole body shake. She thought about Jessica's face that morning. That cold smile. Those dead eyes. Jessica had been waiting for this chance. Mia's dad was away on a business trip for 3 days. 3 whole days. Jessica had the house to herself. And now, she had gotten rid of Mia too. "I should have seen it coming," Mia said through her tears. "I should have known. The signs had been there. Jessica throwing away Mia's mom's photos. Jessica giving away her mom's clothes without asking. Jessica turning Mia's bedroom into a home office and making her sleep in the tiny guest room in the basement. Jessica serving Mia's dad expensive steaks while giving Mia nothing but leftovers and cold sandwiches. Her dad never noticed. Or maybe he did, and just didn't care anymore. He'd changed after Mom died. Became quiet. Distant. Then Jessica showed up at the grief support group, and suddenly Dad was smiling again, laughing again, forgetting again, forgetting Mom, forgetting Mia. "I hate him," Mia whispered. "I hate them both." The rain got worse. Lightning flashed across the dark sky. Mia knew she should find shelter, but she couldn't move. Where would she even go? The cemetery office was closed. The gates were probably locked by now. And it was getting dark. So dark. She heard something behind her. Footsteps. Slow and careful on the wet grass. Mia's heart jumped into her throat. She spun around, her eyes wide with fear. Someone was walking toward her through the rain. A figure in a long dark coat. A woman. coming closer. Mia tried to scream, but nothing came out. She scrambled backward, slipping in the mud. Her hands hit the cold headstone. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. The woman kept coming. Closer. Closer. Then she stepped into the light from the street lamp. Mia's whole world stopped. The woman had her mother's face. "Hello, baby," the woman said softly. "I've been looking everywhere for you." Mia couldn't breathe, couldn't think, couldn't move, because standing right in front of her, alive and real and soaking wet in the rain, was her mother. The mother who was supposed to be dead. The mother who was buried in the ground beneath Mia's feet. "Mom?" Mia whispered. How? How are you here? How are you here?" Mia's mother dropped to her knees in the mud. She reached out with shaking hands. Her eyes were red from crying. Her face was thinner than Mia remembered. Older somehow. Tired. But it was her. It was really her. "Don't be scared," her mom said. "Please, baby. Don't be scared of me. But you're dead," Mia said. Her voice cracked. "I was at your funeral. I saw your coffin. Dad said you were gone. Everyone said you were gone. I know what they said." Her mom's voice broke. "I know what they did. But I'm here now. I'm real. I'm alive." Mia wanted to run into her arms, wanted to believe this was real. But fear held her frozen. This didn't make sense. None of this made sense. "Touch me," her mom said. "I'm not a ghost. I'm not a dream. I'm your mother, and I never stopped loving you." Slowly, Mia reached out. Her small hand touched her mother's wet cheek. Warm, real, solid. "Mom," Mia breathed. And then she broke. She threw herself forward, and her mother caught her. Held her tight. So tight Mia could barely breathe. But she didn't care. She never wanted to let go. "I thought you were dead," Mia sobbed into her mother's shoulder. "I thought I'd never see you again. I'm so sorry." Her mom was crying too. "I'm so sorry, baby. I tried to come back sooner. I tried so hard." They stayed like that for a long time, holding each other in the rain. Two broken people, finding each other again, in the worst place possible. Finally, Mia pulled back. She looked at her mother's face. Really looked. There was a scar above her left eyebrow that hadn't been there before. And her eyes looked haunted, like she'd seen terrible things. "I don't understand," Mia said. "What happened? Where have you been?" Her mom glanced around the empty cemetery. "Not here. We can't talk here. It's not safe." Safe? Fear crept back into Mia's chest. "What do you mean? There's so much I need to tell you." Her mom stood up and pulled Mia to her feet. "But first, we need to get you somewhere warm. You're freezing." Mia was shaking. From the cold and the shock and the confusion. Her mom wrapped her coat around Mia's shoulders. It smelled like her. That same perfume she used to wear. Mia's eyes filled with tears again. "Come on," her mom said gently. She took Mia's hand. "My car's parked outside the gates. We'll go somewhere safe, and I'll explain everything." They walked through the cemetery together. Mia kept looking at her mom to make sure she was real, that this wasn't some horrible dream. Her mom squeezed her hand like she understood. "I know this is crazy," her mom said. "I know you have a million questions. Did you fake your death?" Mia asked. The words felt wrong in her mouth. "Impossible." Her mom's face went dark. "No. I wish it was that simple." They reached the cemetery gates. An old blue car sat at the curb. Her mom unlocked it and helped Mia inside. The heater was already running. Warm air blasted Mia's frozen face. Her mom got in the driver's seat but didn't start the car. She just sat there, staring at the steering wheel. Her hands were shaking. "Mom," Mia said quietly. "Please tell me what's going on. I'm scared." Her mom turned to look at her. Fresh tears rolled down her cheeks. That night, she said. The night of the accident. It wasn't an accident, Mia. Mia's blood went cold. What? What? Someone tried to kill me. Her mom's voice was barely a whisper. Someone cut my brake lines. I went off the road going 60 miles an hour. The car flipped 3 times. I should have died. Oh my God, Mia breathed. I woke up in the hospital 2 days later. But it wasn't a normal hospital. It was some kind of private facility. No windows. Guards outside my door. And a man came to see me. He said my family thought I was dead. He said they'd already had my funeral. Mia felt sick. Why? Why would someone do that? Her mom looked at her with eyes full of pain. Because I found out something I wasn't supposed to know. Something about your father and his business. Something dangerous. Dad? Mia's voice rose. What did Dad do? Not here. Her mom started the car. We need to move. Jessica knows you're missing by now. She'll be looking. Jessica left me here, Mia said. She drove away and left me at your grave in the rain. Her mom's jaw tightened. Her hands gripped the steering wheel so hard her knuckles turned white. That woman, she said quietly. She's part of this. She's part of everything that happened to me. What? Mia felt dizzy. Jessica knows you're alive? Oh, she knows. Her mom pulled away from the curb. She's known from the start. Your father, too. They both know, Mia. They've always known. The words hit Mia like a punch to the stomach. Her dad knew? Her dad knew her mom was alive, and he let Mia think she was dead for 6 months? He let her cry herself to sleep every night? He married Jessica while his wife was still alive somewhere? I don't believe you, Mia whispered. But even as she said it, she knew it was true. Deep in her heart, she knew. I have proof, her mom said. Documents. Recordings. Everything. Your father is involved in some very bad things, baby. Money laundering. Fraud. He stole millions from his company. And I found out. I was going to go to the police. So he had someone run me off the road. Mia started crying again. Hard, angry tears. He tried to kill you? His own wife? I'm so sorry. Her mom reached over and squeezed her hand. I'm so sorry you're learning this. I'm sorry for everything you've been through. Why didn't you come back sooner? Mia asked. Why did you leave me with them? I was trapped in that facility for 3 months. They kept me drugged, confused. When I finally escaped, I had nothing. No money. No ID. They'd erased me from everything. It took me this long to find help. To get proof. To make a plan to get you back safely. Rabble. Rebel. The car turned down a dark street. Mia didn't recognize this part of town. Where are we going? She asked. Somewhere Jessica and your father can't find us. I have a friend who's helping me. She's a lawyer. We're building a case. But I need you to be brave a little longer. I want to stay with you, Mia said quickly. Don't make me go back there. Please don't make me go back to Jessica. Her mom pulled the car over. She turned to face Mia. You're never going back there. You hear me? I'm never letting you out of my sight again. Relief flooded through Mia. She threw her arms around her mom and held on tight. But then headlights appeared behind them. Bright and blinding. Coming fast. Her mom's face went white. No. No, no, no. What? Mia turned around. A black SUV was racing toward them. That's them, her mom said. She hit the gas. Hold on, baby. The car jumped forward. Mia grabbed the door handle as they sped down the dark street. The SUV followed close behind. Too close. How did they find us? Mia screamed. Jessica must have tracked you somehow. Her mom's eyes were locked on the road. She planned this. She wanted to see where you'd go. Who you'd meet. Who you'd meet. The SUV rammed into them from behind. Mia screamed. The car swerved, but her mom held control. We need to lose them, her mom said. Her voice was shaking but determined. "I didn't survive this long just to lose you now." Ah, she took a sharp turn. Then another. The SUV stayed on them. Always right there. Always too close. Mia looked back. She could see through the windshield now. Jessica was driving. Her face was twisted with rage. And in the passenger seat, looking cold and angry, was Mia's father, her dad. The man who'd tucked her in at night when she was little. The man who'd taught her to ride a bike. The man who'd cried at Mom's funeral. All lies. Everything was lies. "Mom," Mia said, "what if they catch us?" Her mom looked at her. Just for a second. And Mia saw something in her eyes that made her stomach drop. "They won't," her mom said. But her voice didn't sound sure. The SUV hit them again. Harder this time. The car spun out. Mia screamed as they slid sideways down the wet street. Her mom fought with the steering wheel. Tried to regain control. They crashed into a parked car with a horrible crunch of metal. Everything went still. Mia's ears were ringing. The airbag had deployed. She could taste blood in her mouth. "Mom?" she said weakly. Her mom was slumped over the steering wheel, not moving. "Mom!" Mia shook her. "Mom, wake up." Footsteps, coming closer. Mia looked up through the cracked windshield. Jessica stood there in the rain, smiling. That same cold, cruel smile. Behind her, Mia's father walked up slowly. His face showed nothing. No emotion. No guilt. Nothing. "Well," Jessica said, "looks like the family reunion is over." If you're hooked on this story, subscribe now. Mia's hands fumbled with her seatbelt. She had to get out. Had to help her mom. Had to run. Something. Anything. But the door wouldn't open. The crash had jammed it shut. Jessica walked closer to the car. She bent down and looked through the broken window. Her perfect makeup was running in the rain. Her eyes were wild. "You stupid little girl," Jessica said. "Do you have any idea what you've done? Leave her alone." Mia's mom lifted her head. Blood ran down the side of her face, but her eyes were fierce, protective. "You want someone? You take me. Not her." "Oh, Sarah," Jessica laughed. "You really should have stayed dead. It would have been so much easier for everyone." Mia's father stepped forward. He looked at his daughter through the window. For just a moment, something flickered in his eyes. Regret, maybe. Or guilt. But then it was gone. "Get them out," he said to Jessica. His voice was flat. "We need to finish this." "Dad," Mia said. Her voice broke. "Please. Why are you doing this?" He didn't answer. Just turned away, like looking at her hurt too much. Or maybe like she didn't matter at all anymore. Jessica grabbed the car door handle and yanked. Once. Twice. On the third try, it screeched open. She reached in and grabbed Mia's arm. Hard. Her nails dug into skin. "Don't touch her." Sarah lunged across the seat. She grabbed Jessica's wrist and twisted. Jessica screamed and let go. "You bitch," Jessica hissed. She pulled something from her pocket. A small black object. Mia's heart stopped when she realized what it was. "A gun. No." Sarah threw herself in front of Mia. "Please. She's just a child. She doesn't know anything." "She knows too much." Jessica's hand was steady on the gun. "You both do." Mia's father grabbed Jessica's arm. "Put it away. Not here. Too many cameras. Too many witnesses." Jessica's mouth twisted. But she lowered the gun. "Fine. We do this your way. But they're coming with us." Where? Sarah demanded. "Where are you taking us?" "Somewhere quiet." Mia's father finally looked at his wife. His real wife. "Somewhere we can talk." "Talk?" Sarah laughed. It was a bitter, broken sound. "You tried to kill me. You let me think my daughter believed I was dead. You married this psycho 6 weeks after my funeral. And now, You want to talk? Sarah, don't. Sarah cut him off. Don't say my name. You lost that right. Nah. Jessica pointed the gun at them again, this time at Mia. Enough. Get out of the car. Both of you. Now. Sarah looked at Mia. Her eyes said everything. Stay calm. Stay close. We'll find a way out. But Mia wasn't sure anymore. She wasn't sure about anything. They climbed out of the wrecked car. The rain was coming down in sheets now. Mia's legs almost gave out. Her mom caught her. Held her up. Walk, Jessica ordered. She waved the gun toward the SUV. Get in. Back seat. They walked slowly. Mia's mind was racing. She looked around for help. For anyone. But the street was empty. Just dark houses with no lights on. No one to save them. They reached the SUV. Jessica opened the back door. Inside. Now. Sarah went first. Then Mia. Jessica slammed the door. Mia heard the locks click. Child safety locks. No way to open them from the inside. Her father got in the driver's seat. Jessica took the passenger side. She kept the gun pointed at them the whole time. Drive, Jessica said. The SUV pulled away from the crashed car, left it smoking and broken in the middle of the street, like it never mattered. Like they never mattered. Mia felt her mom's hand find hers in the dark. She squeezed tight. Where are you taking us? Sarah asked. The warehouse, Mia's father said. It's empty this time of night, Marcus. Please. Sarah's voice was softer now, almost begging. We have a daughter. Remember? That little girl you used to read bedtime stories to? The one you promised to always protect. Don't, Marcus said. His jaw was tight. Don't make this harder. Harder? Sarah's voice rose. You tried to murder me. You're pointing a gun at your own child. How could this possibly be harder? You should have kept your mouth shut, Marcus snapped. I told you to stay out of my business. I told you not to go through my files. I see. You were stealing from people. Sarah shot back. Innocent people who trusted you with their retirement funds. Their kids' college money. You destroyed lives. I built an empire, Marcus said. I gave you everything. That house, those cars, private schools, vacations, everything you ever wanted. I wanted a husband who wasn't a criminal. Sarah's voice was cold now. I wanted my daughter to have a father she could be proud of. Shut up. Jessica turned around. The gun was inches from Sarah's face. Just shut up. You self-righteous bitch. You think you're so much better than us? I think I'm a decent human being, Sarah said. Which is more than either of you can say. Jessica's finger tightened on the trigger. Mia screamed. No, please. Marcus grabbed Jessica's arm. I said not here. Too messy. Wait till we get to the warehouse. Jessica lowered the gun slowly. But her eyes stayed on Sarah. Full of hate. You should have stayed buried, she whispered. The SUV turned down a dark road. Mia recognized this area. Industrial district. Warehouses and empty lots. No people. No help. Just darkness. And rain. Mom, Mia whispered. What do we do? I don't know, baby. Sarah pulled Mia close. But whatever happens, you need to know something. I love you more than anything in this world. I always have. I always will. Don't talk like that, Mia said. Tears streamed down her face. Don't talk like we're going to die. We're not, Sarah said firmly. But her hands were shaking. We're going to get out of this. I promise. The SUV stopped in front of a huge metal building. Marcus killed the engine. Everything went quiet, except for the rain pounding on the roof. Get out, Jessica said. She opened her door first. Kept the gun trained on them the whole time. Marcus opened the back door. Come on, move. They climbed out. Mia's legs felt like jelly. Her mom held her hand tight. Never let go. Marcus led them to a side door. He punched in a code. The door swung open with a loud creak. Inside was pitch black. Walk, Jessica said from behind them. All the way to the back. Walk. They walked into the darkness. Their footsteps echoed in the empty space. Mia could smell oil and metal and something else. Something rotten. Marcus flipped a switch. Harsh fluorescent lights buzzed to life overhead. Mia looked around. The warehouse was mostly empty. Just some old crates and machinery. And in the very back, a small office with windows. There, Marcus said. He pointed to the office. Inside, they walked. Every step felt like walking to their death. Mia wanted to run, but there was nowhere to go. The front door was too far. And Jessica had a gun. The office was dusty and cold. Metal desk, broken chair, nothing else. Sit, Marcus ordered. Sarah and Mia sat on the floor, their backs against the wall. Jessica stood in the doorway with the gun. Marcus paced back and forth. I didn't want it to be like this, Marcus said finally. You have to believe that. Then let us go, Sarah said. We'll disappear. You'll never hear from us again. Marcus shook his head. You have evidence. Documents, recordings. You said so yourself. I'll destroy them, Sarah said quickly. All of it. I promise. You're lying. Jessica stepped forward. She's lying, Marcus. She'll go straight to the FBI. I won't, Sarah said. I swear. Just let my daughter go. Please. She's innocent in all this. She's a witness, Jessica said. She knows everything now. We can't let either of you walk away. Mia felt sick. This was really happening. They were really going to die here. There has to be another way, Marcus said. But he didn't sound sure. There isn't. Jessica raised the gun. We should have done this 6 months ago. We would have. If you'd had the guts. Don't, Marcus said weakly. Move, Jessica told him. Get out of my way. Marcus hesitated, looked at Sarah, then at Mia. His daughter. His little girl. For a moment, Mia thought he might stop this. Might finally do the right thing. But then he stepped aside. I'm sorry, he whispered. Jessica smiled. She pointed the gun directly at Sarah's head. Wait, Mia screamed. I have something you want. Jessica paused. What? Mia's mind raced. She had nothing. But she had to try. Had to buy time. The evidence. Mom sent it to me. In an email. Before she found me tonight. If anything happens to us, it goes straight to the police. Jessica's eyes narrowed. You're lying. I'm not, Mia said. Her voice was shaking, but she pushed through. Check my phone. It's in my jacket pocket. The email is right there. Jessica looked at Marcus. Check her. Marcus walked over. He reached into Mia's pocket and pulled out her phone. Dead battery. He showed Jessica. Charge it, Jessica said. There's an outlet over there. Marcus found a charger in one of the desk drawers. He plugged in Mia's phone. They all waited in tense silence while it powered on. Mia caught her mom's eye. Sarah looked confused. Then understanding flickered across her face. There was no email. No evidence on that phone. But Mia had bought them time. The phone screen lit up. Marcus unlocked it. Mia had never put a passcode on. He opened her email app. Nothing, he said. No email from anyone. Jessica's face twisted with rage. You little liar. She raised the gun again. But before she could fire, the warehouse door exploded open with a deafening crash. FBI, drop your weapon. Floodlights poured into the building. People in tactical gear swarmed inside, guns drawn, shouting commands. Jessica spun around in shock. The gun fell from her hand. Marcus tried to run. 2 agents tackled him to the ground. Sarah grabbed Mia and pulled her close. They stayed on the floor, holding each other, not quite believing what was happening. A woman in an FBI jacket walked into the office. She had kind eyes and gray hair. "Sarah Chen?" she asked. Sarah nodded, unable to speak. "Your friend Amanda called us," the woman said. "The lawyer. She had people watching this place. When your tracker went dark, she knew something was wrong." "Tracker?" Mia said. Sarah pulled up her sleeve. A small device was taped to her wrist. "Safety measure," she explained. Amanda insisted. "In case Marcus or Jessica found me." Outside, agents were putting Marcus and Jessica in handcuffs, reading them their rights. Marcus looked broken, defeated. Jessica was screaming and cursing. The FBI agent helped Sarah and Mia to their feet. "You're safe now. Both of you. We have everything we need to put them away for a very long time." "How long have you been watching?" Sarah asked. 3 weeks, the agent said. "Since you first came to us with evidence. We needed them to make a move, to prove intent. I know that sounds cold, but you used us as bait," Sarah said. Her voice was hard. "We protected you every step of the way," the agent said. "You were never in real danger. That gun felt pretty real." Sarah shot back. The agent had the decency to look guilty. "I'm sorry. Really. But we have them now. And they're going away forever." Mia watched as they let her father out of the warehouse. He looked back at her once. Just once. His eyes were full of something. Regret, maybe. Or just sadness at getting caught. Mia didn't care anymore. He wasn't her father. Not the father she'd loved. That man was gone. Maybe he'd never really existed at all. "Come on," Sarah said softly. "Let's go home. Let's go home. Let's go home. Let's go home." "We don't have a home," Mia said. Her mom smiled. It was tired and sad, but real. "Then we'll make a new one. Together." They walked out of the warehouse into the rain. Police lights flashed everywhere, red and blue mixing with the darkness. Mia leaned against her mom, exhausted, traumatized, but alive. They were both alive, and that had to be enough for now. 3 weeks later, Mia sat in a small apartment across town. It wasn't much. 2 bedrooms, a tiny kitchen, furniture from thrift stores, but it was theirs. Safe, clean, free from lies. Her mom was in the kitchen making breakfast. Pancakes. Mia's favorite. The smell filled the apartment and made everything feel almost normal. "Sleep okay?" Sarah asked when Mia shuffled in. "Not really," Mia admitted. She'd had nightmares again. The same ones. Jessica's face. The gun. Her father, walking away. "Me neither." Sarah flipped a pancake. "But I made your favorite. Extra chocolate chips." Mia managed a small smile. "Thanks, Mom." They sat at the small table and ate in comfortable silence. This was their routine now. Simple mornings, quiet evenings, therapy appointments twice a week, slowly learning how to breathe again. "You have court today," Sarah said gently. "Are you ready?" Mia's stomach twisted. "Do I have to go?" "You don't have to do anything you don't want to do," Sarah said. "But the prosecutor thinks your testimony will help. Jessica and your father are still claiming innocence. They're saying I made everything up." "That's insane," Mia said. "The FBI has evidence. Recordings. Everything." "I know. But they're desperate." Sarah reached across and squeezed Mia's hand. "If you testify, you'll be helping put them away for good. But I won't force you. This is your choice." Mia thought about it. Part of her wanted to hide forever. Never see their faces again. Never relive that night. But another part of her was angry. So angry. Her father had tried to kill her mother. Jessica had pointed a gun at them. Now, they'd stolen from innocent people. Destroyed lives. And now, they wanted to pretend they were victims? And "I'll do it," Mia said. "I'll testify. I'll testify." Sarah's eyes filled with tears. Are you sure? I'm sure. Mia's voice was stronger now. They need to pay for what they did. To you. To me. To everyone. You're so brave, Sarah whispered. When did you get so brave? I learned from you, Mia said. They finished breakfast and got ready. Sarah helped Mia pick out clothes for court. Something simple, but nice. The prosecutor had said to look respectful, but not too formal. At 10 o'clock, they arrived at the courthouse. It was huge and intimidating. Stone columns and too many stairs. People in suits everywhere. Cameras on the steps. The media had been following this case obsessively. Wealthy businessman tries to murder wife, fakes her death, marries mistress, gets caught. It was like something from a movie. Stay close, Sarah said. She put her arm around Mia as they pushed through reporters shouting questions. Inside was quieter, cooler. A victim advocate met them in the hallway. Nice woman named Patricia. She explained what would happen, where Mia would sit, what kinds of questions to expect. The defense attorney might try to rattle you, Patricia warned. Make you doubt yourself. But just tell the truth. That's all you need to do. Defense attorney. Mia nodded. Her heart was pounding so hard she thought it might burst. You'll be great, Sarah said. And I'll be right there in the gallery. The whole time. You're not alone. They sat on a bench outside the courtroom, waiting. Other witnesses passed by. FBI agents, accountants, people Mia's father had stolen from. Their faces told stories of destroyed lives and broken trust. Then Marcus was led past in handcuffs. Orange jumpsuit. No more expensive suits. No more arrogant smile. He looked thin, tired, old. He saw Mia and stopped. The guard yanked his arm, but Marcus didn't move. Mia, he said. Just her name. Nothing else. Mia stared at him. This man who'd been her whole world once. Her hero. Her dad. Now he was nothing but a stranger in an orange jumpsuit. Keep moving, the guard said. Marcus opened his mouth like he wanted to say more. But what could he say? Sorry? That wasn't enough. Nothing would ever be enough. They led him away. Mia felt her mom's hand on her shoulder. You okay? Sarah asked. Yeah, Mia said. And surprisingly, she meant it. Seeing him like that didn't hurt as much as she'd thought it would. He'd made his choices. Now he had to live with them. 10 minutes later, Jessica was brought through. She looked worse than Marcus. Her hair was greasy and unwashed. Her makeup was gone. Without it, she looked plain, ordinary, not like the glamorous woman who'd stolen Mia's father. Jessica's eyes found Mia, and for a moment, pure hatred flashed across her face. So much hate that Mia actually leaned back. You little bitch, Jessica hissed. You ruined everything. That's enough, a female guard snapped. She pushed Jessica forward. Move it. I hope you're happy, Jessica called back over her shoulder. Your testimony is going to destroy your father's life. 2. Thanks for watching. He destroyed his own life, Mia said. The words came out strong and clear. You both did, Jessica laughed. A cold, cruel sound that echoed down the hallway. Then she was gone, led away to the courtroom, to face justice. Sarah pulled Mia close. Don't listen to her, Sarah said. She's just trying to hurt you. I know, Mia said. And it doesn't work anymore. The courtroom doors opened. Patricia gestured for them. Time to go in. The courtroom was packed. Gallery full of people. Reporters with notebooks. Victims waiting to see justice. Mia's legs felt shaky as she walked to her seat. Sarah sat in the front row, right where Mia could see her. She smiled. That same gentle smile that had gotten Mia through so many hard days. The judge entered. Everyone stood, then sat. The prosecutor, a sharp woman in a gray suit named Miss Rodriguez, approached the bench. Your Honor, the people call Mia Chen to the stand. Mia's heart jumped. This was it. She walked to the witness stand. The bailiff held out a Bible, asked her to swear to tell the truth. Mia's voice shook, but she got the words out. I do. She sat down. The chair was too big, the microphone too close. She could feel everyone's eyes on her. Marcus at the defense table looking down. Jessica staring at her with cold hatred. Good morning, Mia. Miss Rodriguez said kindly. I know this is scary, but you're doing great. Just answer my questions honestly. Okay? Okay, Mia said. Can you tell the court about the day your mother died? Or the day you thought she died? Mia took a deep breath. It was April 15th, 6 months ago. Dad came home and told me Mom was in a car accident. He said she didn't make it. How did that make you feel? Like my whole world ended? Mia's voice cracked. She was my best friend. My everything. What happened after the funeral? Dad got really quiet, distant. He started working late every night. Then about a month later, he came home with Jessica. Said she was his new girlfriend. From his grief support group. How fast did their relationship move? Really fast. She moved in after 2 weeks. They got married 6 weeks after Mom's funeral. Whispers rippled through the courtroom. The judge banged his gavel. Order. Miss Rodriguez continued. How did Jessica treat you? She hated me. The words came easier now. She threw away all my mom's photos, gave away her clothes, turned my bedroom into an office, and made me sleep in the basement. She served Dad expensive meals and gave me leftovers. Did you tell your father about this? I tried. He didn't care. Or he didn't notice. I don't know which is worse. Foss. Tell us about the day at the cemetery. Mia swallowed hard. Jessica said she'd drive me to visit Mom's grave. My phone died at breakfast. She saw but didn't tell me to charge it. When we got to the cemetery, she said she'd wait in the car. But when I turned around, she was gone. She just left me there. What happened next? I was alone for maybe an hour, raining, getting dark. Then I heard footsteps behind me. Mia looked at her mom. And it was her. It was my mom. Alive. Alive. More whispers. Louder this time. What did your mother tell you? That someone tried to kill her. Cut her brake lines. That she'd been held in some private hospital. That she'd escaped. That Dad and Jessica both knew she was alive. How did that make you feel? Destroyed. Tears rolled down Mia's face now. My own father. Let me think my mom was dead. He married another woman. While his wife was still alive. He tried to murder her. Miss Rodriguez walked to the evidence table. Picked up some papers. Your Honor, I'd like to enter into evidence phone records showing multiple calls between Marcus Chen and the private facility where Sarah Chen was held. Also financial records showing payments from Marcus to the facility. Objection. Marcus's lawyer jumped up. Speculation. Those payments could have been for anything. The facility has confirmed they were paid to keep Sarah Chen against her will. Miss Rodriguez shot back. We have testimony from staff members. I'll allow it, the judge said. Miss Rodriguez turned back to Mia. What happened when you and your mother left the cemetery? Jessica and Dad followed us. Chased us. Ran us off the road. Then Jessica pulled a gun on us. Gasps filled the courtroom. Even though everyone already knew this part of the story, hearing it from a 12-year-old made it real. Made it horrible. What did you think was going to happen? I thought we were going to die. Mia's voice was barely a whisper. Jessica was going to shoot us. And Dad just stood there. He was going to let it happen. No further questions, Miss Rodriguez said gently. Thank you, Mia. You're very brave. Now came the hard part. The defense attorney stood up. Marcus's lawyer. Older man with mean eyes and a fake smile. Miss Chen, he said. You've been through a terrible ordeal. No one disputes that. Mia said nothing. Patricia had warned her. Don't engage. Just answer questions. But isn't it possible you misunderstood some things? You were traumatized. Confused. Maybe your mother fed you a story. And you believed it? No, Mia said firmly. I know what I saw. You saw your father at a cemetery, at a warehouse. But did you actually see him try to hurt anyone? He let Jessica point a gun at us. But did he pull the trigger? Did he physically harm you? He stood there and let it happen. That's the same thing. The lawyer's smile tightened. Is it, though? Your father loved you very much. Gave you everything. Maybe he was just in a difficult situation. Caught between, he tried to kill my mother. Mia interrupted. Her voice was strong now. Angry. He cut her brake lines. He paid people to keep her prisoner. He faked her death. He let me cry myself to sleep every night thinking she was gone. He married Jessica, while Mom was still alive. Then he brought us to a warehouse to kill us. That's not love. That's not a difficult situation. That's evil. The courtroom erupted. People talking. Reporters scribbling. The judge banging his gavel. Marcus's lawyer looked flustered. No further questions. Redirect? The judge asked Miss Rodriguez. Just one more thing. She approached Mia again. Do you believe your father and Jessica should be held accountable for what they did? Yes, Mia said without hesitation. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, that's all. Mia was dismissed. She walked back to her seat on shaky legs. Sarah grabbed her hand and squeezed tight, tears streaming down both their faces. You were amazing, Sarah whispered. So strong. The trial continued. More witnesses. Expert testimony. Financial records. The evidence was overwhelming. By the end of the day, it was clear. Marcus and Jessica were guilty. No question. The jury took less than 3 hours to decide. Guilty on all counts. Attempted murder. Fraud. Embezzlement. Kidnapping. False imprisonment. When the verdict was read, Jessica screamed. Actual screaming. Cursing. Saying it wasn't fair. That Mia and Sarah had lied. That they'd destroyed her life. The guards had to drag her out of the courtroom. Marcus just sat there. Head down. Silent. Broken. Sentencing came 2 weeks later. Marcus got 30 years. Jessica got 35 because of the gun charges. Mia and Sarah sat in the courtroom and watched as they were led away. This time for good. This time forever. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed them. How do you feel about the verdict? What will you do now? Do you forgive your father? Sarah held up a hand. We won't be answering questions. We just want to move forward with our lives. Thank you. They pushed through the crowd to their car. An old Honda Sarah had bought with money from a victim's compensation fund. Not fancy, but it ran. And it was theirs. Do you? Sarah asked when they were finally alone. Forgive him? Forgive him? Mia thought about it. Really thought. No, she said finally. Not yet. Maybe not ever. Mia, that's okay, Sarah said. You don't have to forgive anyone. Not him. Not Jessica. Not until you're ready. If ever. They drove home in silence. When they got to the apartment, Sarah made hot chocolate. They sat on the couch together, just breathing, just existing. Mom? Mia said after a while. Yeah, baby. What happens now? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Sarah pulled Mia close. We heal. We build a new life. We find happiness again. Is that possible, after everything? I don't know, Sarah admitted. But we're going to try. For side, Mia nodded, rested her head on her mom's shoulder. For the first time in 6 months, she felt safe. Really safe. They'd survived. Both of them. Against impossible odds. And that was something. That was everything. But Mia couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't quite over. That somewhere in prison, Marcus and Jessica were planning something. Some way to hurt them one last time. She pushed the thought away. tried to focus on the present, on her mom's heartbeat, on the warmth of the apartment, on being alive. But late that night, when Sarah was asleep and Mia was alone in her room, her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Mia almost didn't open it. Should have deleted it. But something made her look. The message was short. Just 8 words. This isn't over. You'll pay for this. Mia's blood went cold. She jumped out of bed and ran to her mom's room. Mom, she said, shaking Sarah awake. Mom, we have a problem. Sarah sat up fast, instantly alert. What's wrong? 2. Mia handed her the phone. Sarah read the message. Her face went pale. Who sent this? Sarah asked. I don't know. Unknown number. Sarah grabbed her own phone and dialed. Amanda? It's Sarah. We got a threat. I know they're in prison. I don't know who else. Okay. Yes, thank you. She hung up and looked at Mia. Amanda's calling the FBI. They'll trace the number. What if it's someone working for them? Mia asked. Dad had business partners. People who might want revenge. Then we deal with it. Sarah pulled Mia into her arms. We've beaten them once. We'll do it again. But Mia could feel her mom shaking. They were both scared. The FBI agent, the same woman from the warehouse, showed up 20 minutes later. She examined the phone, made calls, looked serious. The number's a burner, she said. Bought yesterday with cash. Untraceable. So someone is threatening us and we can't find them? Sarah asked. We're working on it. I'm putting a car outside your building. Plainclothes officers. 24/7 protection until we figure this out. Is that really necessary? Sarah asked. After what you've been through? The agent gave her a look. Yes. It's necessary. Yes. 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 She left. Sarah locked every lock on the door. Checked every window. They didn't sleep that night. Just sat together on the couch, jumping at every sound. Morning came, gray and cold. Mia got ready for school, her first day back since the trial. She was nervous but also desperate for normal. For routine. For something that wasn't fear, and courts, and threats. I don't think you should go, Sarah said. I can't hide forever, Mia said. I need to see my friends. Have a normal day. After that text, I'll be fine. There'll be teachers, security, other students. It's safer than being here alone. Sarah didn't look convinced but finally nodded. Okay. But you call me every hour. And if anything feels wrong, anything at all, you leave. Promise? I promise. The plainclothes officer drove them to school. Young guy named Officer Martinez. He was nice. Tried to make small talk. But Mia couldn't focus. She kept looking out the window, searching for threats. School was weird. Everyone knew about the trial, about her dad, about everything. They stared. Whispered. Some kids came up to say they were sorry. Others avoided her completely. Her best friend Emma found her at lunch. They hadn't talked much since everything happened. Emma hadn't known what to say. Mia hadn't known how to explain. Hey, Emma said carefully. You okay? Not really, Mia admitted. But I'm here. That's something. Emma sat down. I saw the news. Your dad got 30 years. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Mia thought about it. Relieved, I guess. Like maybe we're safe now. 1. Are you safe? Before Mia could answer, her phone buzzed. Another text. Unknown number. Different from last night. Having fun at school? You shouldn't be so careless. Mia's heart stopped. She looked around the cafeteria. So many people. Teachers. Students. Parents. Volunteering. Anyone could be watching. Anyone could be the threat. What's wrong? Emma asked. Mia showed her the phone. Emma went pale. Oh my God. Mia? I know. Mia stood up. I need to find the principal. Now. Mia. Mia. They ran to the main office. The secretary called Officer Martinez. He showed up in seconds. And then, the second dial. The second dial. This number's different, he said, examining the phone. But same burner phone provider. Someone's buying multiple phones. Tracking you. This is serious. I want to go home, Mia said. Let's go. Officer Martinez called Sarah. Within 10 minutes, she was at the school. Frantic. Scared. They drove back to the apartment. The FBI agent was waiting there. She'd brought backup. 3 other agents. We need to move you, the agent said. Safe house. Until we catch whoever's doing this. Move? Sarah asked. For how long? However long it takes. They packed fast. Just essentials. Clothes. Photos. Mia's stuffed bear from when she was little. Within an hour, they were in an unmarked car heading to some secret location. The safe house turned out to be a small cabin, an hour outside the city. Woods, all around. One road in and out. 2 agents stationed outside at all times. You'll be safe here, the lead agent said. No one knows this location except us, but Mia didn't feel safe. She felt trapped. Again. Just like when they'd been held in that warehouse. Just like when Jessica had pointed that gun at them. Days passed. Then a week. No more messages. No more threats. The FBI was investigating but had no leads. The burner phones had been bought at different stores by someone wearing a baseball cap and sunglasses. Security footage showed nothing useful. Maybe they gave up, Sarah said one night. But she didn't sound convinced. Or maybe they're planning something bigger, Mia said. That night, Mia woke to voices. Angry voices. She got out of bed and crept to the door. The agents outside were talking. Their voices, urgent. Breach at the prison. Marcus Chen escaped during transport. Mia's whole body went cold. Her dad had escaped? How? When? She ran to her mom's room. Mom. Mom, wake up. Sarah jolted awake. What? Dad escaped from prison. What? No. That's impossible. They went to the living room. The agents were on their phones, looking stressed. One of them saw Mia and Sarah. You heard, he said. It wasn't a question. How? Sarah demanded. Maximum security. How did he escape? His transport van was ambushed. 3 armed men. Killed 2 guards. Marcus got away clean. He go. And Jessica? Mia asked. Still locked up. Different facility. So Marcus is out there somewhere, Sarah said slowly. And he knows we testified against him. He knows we destroyed his life. 9. We don't know that he's coming for you, the agent said. But his eyes said otherwise. Yes, we do, Mia said. The texts. It was him. Planning this. Getting us scared. Finding out where we'd be. The agent's phone rang. He answered. Listened. His face went even more serious. We need to move you again, he said. Now. Marcus was spotted 2 miles from here. No. 4. 2 miles? Sarah grabbed Mia. How does he know where we are? We don't know. But we need to go. Right now. They didn't even pack, just ran to the car. The agents surrounded them. Guns drawn. Looking into the dark woods. They'd almost reached the car when gunfire erupted. Mia screamed. Sarah pulled her down. They hit the ground hard. Bullets tore through the trees above their heads. Get them in the car, one agent yelled. He was returning fire, shooting into the darkness. Another agent grabbed Mia and Sarah, dragged them toward the vehicle. More gunfire. Closer. Louder. They made it to the car. Sarah shoved Mia inside, Dove in after her. The agent hit the gas before his door was even closed. Behind them, the firefight continued. Mia looked back through the rear window. She saw a figure step out of the woods. Tall. Familiar. Her father, He had a gun. He raised it, pointed it at their car. "Get down!" the agent yelled. The back window exploded. Glass everywhere. Mia and Sarah huddled on the floor. The car swerved wildly. "Is everyone okay?" the agent shouted. "Yes," Sarah said. "Keep driving. Just drive." They raced down the dark road. Following. Gaining. "He's coming," Mia said. "I see him." The agent drove faster. Too fast for these narrow roads. Trees blurred past. Sharp turns made Mia's stomach lurch. The headlights got closer. Closer. Then Marcus's car rammed them from behind. They spun out. The agent fought for control. Almost got it. Then they hit something. A ditch. The car flipped. Everything went upside down. Mia screamed. Metal screamed. Glass shattered. Then, silence. Mia hung upside down in her seatbelt. Her head hurt. Everything hurt. "Mom," she said. "I'm here." Sarah was next to her, bleeding from a cut on her forehead. "I'm okay." The agent wasn't moving. Unconscious. Maybe dead. "We need to run," Sarah said. She got her seatbelt off. Helped Mia. They crawled out through the broken window. Outside, the night was dark and cold. They could hear a car door slam. Footsteps. "Sarah!" Marcus's voice called out. "I know you're there. You and Mia. Let's talk about this." Run," Sarah whispered to Mia. "Into the woods. Don't stop." Not without you." "I'll be right behind you. Go. Now." Mia ran. Branches hit her face. Roots tried to trip her. She could hear Marcus behind them, crashing through the underbrush, getting closer. "You can't run forever," he shouted. "I just want to talk." "He's lying," Sarah panted beside her. "Keep going." They ran deeper into the woods. Mia had no idea where they were. Which direction was safe? If anywhere was safe. A flashlight beam cut through the trees. Marcus was searching, hunting. Sarah pulled Mia down behind a fallen log. They pressed themselves flat, barely breathing. The flashlight swept past, came back, stopped inches from their hiding spot. "I know you're close," Marcus said. His voice was calm, almost friendly. "I can hear you breathing. Might as well come out." Mia's heart was pounding so hard she thought he might actually hear it. "I never wanted it to be like this," Marcus continued. "You have to understand. The business deals went bad. I needed money. Jessica said she could help. It just spiraled out of control. You tried to kill me," Sarah called out. Mia grabbed her arm. "Don't engage. Don't give away the position." But it was too late. Marcus turned toward their voice. Started walking. The flashlight beam found them. "There you are," he said. He raised the gun. Sarah stood up, stepped in front of Mia. "If you're going to shoot someone, shoot me. Not her. She's your daughter. She destroyed my life," Marcus said. "Her testimony, her lies." "They weren't lies," Mia said. She stood up too, faced her father. "Everything I said was true. You tried to kill Mom. You stole money. You're a criminal. I'm your father," Marcus said. His voice cracked. "I gave you everything. You gave me nothing but lies and pain." They stared at each other. Father and daughter. Stranger. And stranger. "I'm sorry," Marcus said finally. "I'm sorry it has to be this way." 4. His finger tightened on the trigger. Then a voice rang out from the darkness. "Put the gun down, Marcus." Everyone froze. Jessica stepped out of the shadows. She had a gun too. Pointed at Marcus. "Jessica?" Marcus looked confused. "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in prison." "Numb. I escaped too. Jessica said. She smiled. That same cold smile. Did you really think you could do this without me? Note, I don't understand, Marcus said. Oh, Marcus. Jessica shook her head. You never understood. This was my plan. All of it. From the very beginning. The woods went silent. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. Mia couldn't process what she was hearing. Jessica had escaped too? This was her plan? What are you talking about? Marcus said. His gun was still pointed at Sarah and Mia, but his attention was on Jessica now. The brake lines, Jessica said calmly. I cut them. Not you. You just paid for it without knowing what the money was really for. No, Marcus said. That was my idea. My plan. Jessica laughed. You thought it was your idea because I planted it there. I fed you every thought. Every decision. I made you think you were in control, when really it was me. Always me. Sarah pulled Mia closer. They were caught between two people with guns. Two people who clearly wanted them dead. Why? Marcus asked. Why would you do that? Marcus, for the money, obviously. Jessica's voice was sharp. You were worth 30 million, Marcus. But with Sarah alive, half of that was hers. I needed her gone. And I needed you to be the one to do it. But we were together, Marcus said. His voice was breaking. We were going to build a life. I never loved you, you idiot. I met you at that grief support group on purpose. Did my research. Knew you were vulnerable. Knew Sarah had found evidence of your fraud. Knew you'd be desperate. So I offered you a solution. Get rid of Sarah. Marry me. Share the fortune. Prof. Mia felt sick. This whole time, Jessica had been pulling the strings. Playing everyone. Including Marcus. You used me, Marcus said. Obviously. Jessica's gun moved from Marcus to Sarah. And now I'm going to finish what I started. Sarah dies. You die. Poor tragic escaped convict murders his ex-wife and then kills himself. I'm the grieving girlfriend who tried to stop you. I inherit everything. Perfect. You won't get away with this, Sarah said. I already have, Jessica said. The FBI thinks I'm still in prison. I paid guards, faked the security footage. No one knows I'm out. When they find your bodies, they'll blame Marcus. Case closed. What about Mia? Marcus asked. You're going to kill her too? Jessica shrugged. Witnesses are inconvenient. For the first time, Mia saw something change in her father's eyes. Horror, regret, maybe even love. No, Marcus said. He turned his gun on Jessica. I've done a lot of terrible things, but I won't let you hurt my daughter. How noble, Jessica said mockingly. But you're outgunned, and you know it. She was right. Behind her, 3 men stepped out of the woods. The same men from the prison break. All armed. All pointing guns at Marcus. Drop it, Marcus, Jessica said. Last chance. Last chance. Jessica. Marcus looked at Mia. Really looked at her. I'm sorry, he whispered. For everything. Then he fired. Not at Jessica. At the men behind her. One went down. The others scattered for cover. Chaos erupted. Run! Marcus yelled at Mia and Sarah. Run now! They ran. Gunfire exploded behind them. Marcus shooting. Jessica shooting back. Men shouting. The woods lit up with muzzle flashes. Mia and Sarah crashed through the underbrush. Branches tore at their clothes. Roots grabbed at their feet. Behind them, the firefight continued. Then a single gunshot. Different from the others. Louder. Final. Everything went quiet. Mia wanted to look back. Wanted to know if her father was okay. But Sarah dragged her forward. Don't stop, Sarah gasped. Keep moving. They ran until they found a road. Empty. Dark. But a road meant civilization. Meant help. Sarah flagged down the first car they saw. An old truck, driven by a farmer. He took one look at them, bloody, torn clothes, terrified faces, and told them to get in. Hospital? He asked. Police station, Sarah said. Now, please. At the police station, it all poured out. The escape, the chase, the crashed car, Marcus, Jessica, the firefight in the woods. Within minutes, state police and FBI descended on the woods. Helicopters, searchlights, dogs. They found the site of the firefight within an hour. 3 bodies. Jessica's 2 men, both dead. And Marcus. He'd been shot 3 times. Once in the chest, twice in the stomach. But Jessica was gone. No body, no trace. Just drops of blood leading deeper into the forest. Then disappearing. She got away. The FBI agent said grimly. We have teams searching. But the woods are huge. She could be anywhere. Mia sat in the police station, wrapped in a blanket, trying to process it all. Her father was dead. Killed, protecting them. After everything he'd done, in the end, he'd chosen them over himself. It didn't erase his crimes. Didn't make him a hero. But it was something. One last good thing in a life full of terrible choices. Sarah sat next to her, also wrapped in a blanket, also processing. He saved us, Mia said softly. I know, Sarah said. I wish things had been different. I wish he'd made better choices from the start. Do you think he loved us? At the end, Sarah thought about it. I think he loved you. Maybe he always did. He just loved money and power more. Until it was too late. They spent 3 days in protective custody while the FBI searched for Jessica, but she'd vanished, like a ghost. They found the blood trail, found where she'd reached another road. Security footage showed her getting into a car, but the plates were stolen. The driver, unidentifiable. Jessica was gone. We'll keep looking, the FBI agent promised. We've issued an international warrant. She can't hide forever. But Mia wasn't so sure. Jessica had planned everything perfectly. Manipulated everyone. She was smart. Dangerous. And somewhere out there, probably planning her next move. The agent must have seen the fear on Mia's face. Hey, she said gently. You're safe. We have teams watching your apartment. Your school. Everywhere you go. If Jessica comes near you, we'll know. What if she doesn't come near? Mia asked. What if she just disappears, and we spend the rest of our lives looking over our shoulders? The agent didn't have an answer for that. They went home. Back to the little apartment. Everything looked the same, but nothing felt the same. Safety was an illusion now. Peace was temporary. Mia started therapy again. Twice a week became 3 times. She had nightmares every night. Gunfire, blood, her father's last look, Jessica's cold smile. Sarah wasn't doing much better. She jumped at every sound. Checked the locks constantly. Barely slept. They were surviving, but not living. Not really. 2 months passed, then 3. No sign of Jessica. No threats. No messages. Nothing. No, maybe she really had disappeared. Maybe they were finally safe. Mia wanted to believe it. Tried to believe it. She went back to school. Made friends. Even laughed sometimes. Small steps toward normal. Then one day, a package arrived. No return address. Just Mia's name. Sarah opened it carefully. Inside was a burner phone and a note. I'm watching. Always watching. When you least expect it, I'll be there. Sweet dreams. Jay. The phone rang immediately. Sarah answered on speaker. Hello, Sarah. Jessica's voice said. Calm. Almost friendly. Did you miss me? What do you want? Sarah asked. Want? I have everything I want. The money. My freedom. A new life. I just wanted to call and say thank you. Thank you for making all of this possible. We'll find you, Sarah said. The FBI won't do anything. Jessica interrupted. I'm in a country with no extradition treaty. New name, new face. Plastic surgery works wonders. You'll never find me. Then why call? Mia asked. Why not just disappear? Jessica laughed. Because I want you to know. Every day for the rest of your lives, I want you to know I'm out here. Free, happy, living my best life, while you're trapped in fear. That's my revenge, not killing you. Letting you live in terror. The line went dead. Mia and Sarah stared at each other. The FBI came, traced the call. Dead end. Just like before. That night, Sarah and Mia sat together on the couch, the same spot they'd sat so many times before. Healing, surviving, trying to move forward. She wins if we let fear control us, Sarah said finally. What do you mean? Mia asked. She wants us scared. Paranoid. Looking over our shoulders forever. That's her power. So we take away her power. We refuse to be scared. 1. 3. From the problem. Friend. 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 How? Mia asked. How do we do that? How do we do that? We live, Sarah said. Really live. We make new memories. Find happiness. Build a future. Not because we're not scared, but because we refuse to let her steal any more of our lives. Mia thought about it. It sounded impossible. But maybe that was the point. Maybe impossible was the only way forward. Okay, she said finally. Let's try. And they did. Slowly at first. Baby steps. Sarah got a new job. Accounting firm that appreciated her attention to detail. Mia joined the drama club at school. Made new friends who didn't know her whole tragic story. They moved to a new apartment. Fresh start, new neighborhood, security system. But also plants in the windows, photos on the walls. Signs of life and hope. Months became a year. The nightmares got less frequent. The fear got smaller. Not gone. Never gone. But manageable. They learned to live with the knowledge that Jessica was out there. Somewhere. Maybe she'd come back someday. Maybe she wouldn't. Either way, they couldn't let it stop them. On the first anniversary of that night at the cemetery, Mia and Sarah went back to the grave. The real grave. Where they'd almost lost everything but somehow found each other. Mia placed fresh flowers on the stone. The purple ones. Still her mom's favorite. We made it, Mia said softly. A whole year. We actually made it. No, we did, Sarah said. She pulled Mia close. And we'll make it through the next year. And the one after that. Together. Do you think Jessica's really gone? Mia asked. Or will she come back? I don't know, Sarah admitted. But if she does, we'll handle it. We've survived everything else. We can survive her too. They stood there in the cemetery, mother and daughter, survivors of something unimaginable. The rain started to fall, just like it had that first day. But this time, they didn't run. They stood their ground, faced the storm, because they'd learned something important over the past year. They were stronger than their fear, stronger than Jessica, stronger than everything that had tried to break them. Mia's phone buzzed. She pulled it out. Unknown number. Her heart jumped, but it wasn't a threat this time. Just a message from the FBI. Jessica Martinez found dead in Buenos Aires. Apparent suicide. Case closed. Mia showed her mom. Sarah read it. Read it again. Tears filled her eyes. It's over, she whispered. It's really over. They held each other in the rain and cried. For everything they'd lost. Everything they'd survived. Everything they still had. When they finally pulled apart, Mia saw something in her mom's face she hadn't seen in over a year. Peace. What do we do now? Mia asked. Sarah smiled. A real smile, full of hope and love and possibility. Now we live, she said. We really, truly live. No more fear. No more looking over our shoulders. We get to be normal again. Normal sounds nice, Mia said. They walked back to the car together. The rain was letting up, sun breaking through the clouds, like the universe was finally giving them permission to move on. At home, Sarah made hot chocolate. They sat on the couch and turned on a movie. Something light. Something funny. Something that had nothing to do with death, or danger, or family betrayal. For the first time in a year, Mia felt herself relax. Really relax. Her shoulders dropped. Her breathing slowed. The constant knot in her stomach finally loosened. "Mom?" she said during a commercial. "Yeah? Thank you. For what? For never giving up. For coming back. For fighting for me. For everything." Sarah's eyes filled with tears. "You never have to thank me for that. You're my daughter. I'd fight 1,000 battles for you." "I know," Mia said. "And I'd fight them for you too." They finished the movie. Ate dinner. Did normal things. Boring. Beautiful. Normal things. That night, Mia went to bed without the usual dread, without checking the locks 3 times, without keeping her phone under her pillow just in case. She closed her eyes, and for the first time in a year, she felt safe. Really, truly safe. The next morning started like any other. Breakfast, school prep, Sarah running late for work, normal chaos, normal life. Mia grabbed her backpack and headed for the door. Her mom kissed her forehead. "Have a good day," Sarah said. "Love you." "Love you too." Mia walked to school. The sun was shining. Birds were singing. Everything felt lighter somehow. Like a weight she'd been carrying for so long had finally been lifted. At school, Emma was waiting by the lockers. "Did you hear?" Emma asked, eyes wide. "Hear what?" "About Jessica. It's all over the news. They found her body. Said she'd been dead for 2 weeks already. Overdose." "I know," Mia said. "FBI told us yesterday. How do you feel?" Mia thought about it. How did she feel? Not happy exactly. Death wasn't something to celebrate, but relieved. Definitely relieved. "Free," Mia said finally. "I feel free." Emma hugged her. "Good. You deserve that. After everything." The day went on. Classes. Lunch. Drama club rehearsal. Mia had gotten the lead in the school play. A comedy about mistaken identities and silly misunderstandings. Nothing dark. Nothing traumatic. Just fun. She was good at it too. The acting. Becoming someone else for a while. Someone whose biggest problem was which boy liked her. Not whether her stepmother was going to murder her. After rehearsal, Mia walked home. The long way. Through the park. Past the coffee shop where she and her mom sometimes got hot chocolate on weekends. She wasn't in a hurry. Wasn't scared. Just walking. Enjoying the afternoon. When she got home, something smelled amazing. Sarah was cooking. Real cooking. Not just heating up leftovers or ordering takeout. "What's the occasion?" Mia asked. "No occasion," Sarah said. She was smiling. Really smiling. "I just felt like making your favorite. Lasagna." They ate together at the table. Talked about their days. Made plans for the weekend. Movie? Shopping? Maybe both? After dinner, they did dishes together. Sarah washed, Mia dried, working side by side. Easy, comfortable. "I've been thinking," Sarah said carefully. "About moving." Mia's heart jumped. "Moving? Why? Is something wrong?" "No, nothing's wrong. I just thought maybe we could get a house. Something with a yard. A fresh start. Somewhere new. If you want." "Really? Really? We have the money from the Victims' Compensation Fund. And some insurance money from your father's estate. Not a lot. But enough for a down payment. We could start looking this weekend." Mia thought about it. A house. A yard. Maybe even a dog. Normal family things. I'd like that, she said. A lot. Yeah? They hugged. Long and tight. Two people who'd been through hell and somehow made it out the other side. The weeks that followed were busy. House hunting. Paperwork. Packing. Planning. But it was good busy. Hopeful busy. They found a house 3 weeks later. Small but perfect. 2 bedrooms. Fenced yard. Quiet neighborhood. Fresh paint. And new beginnings. Move-in day was chaotic. Boxes everywhere. Furniture in wrong rooms. Nothing working quite right yet. But it felt like home already. That night, they sat on the front porch. No furniture yet. Just sitting on the steps. Looking at their new street. Their new life. You know what I realized today? Mia said. What? I went the whole day without thinking about Jessica. Or Dad. Or any of it. First time in over a year. Sarah squeezed her hand. That's good, baby. That's healing. Is it wrong? To forget? You're not forgetting. You're moving forward. There's a difference. Mia nodded. She understood. The past would always be there. The scars would always exist. But they didn't have to define everything anymore. I'm proud of you, Sarah said. You know that? You're the strongest person I know. I learned from you, Mia said. We learned from each other. They sat there until the stars came out. Mother and daughter. Survivors. Warriors. Finally at peace. School started up again in the fall. Mia was in 8th grade now. Older. Wiser. Different from the scared 12-year-old who'd stood at her mother's grave in the rain. She'd made the honor roll. Gotten the lead in another play. Even started dating a boy from her math class. Normal teenage stuff. Beautiful. Mundane. Normal teenage stuff. Sarah was thriving too. Promotion at work. New friends from a book club. Even went on a few dates with a nice man from the gym. Nothing serious yet, but open to possibilities. They were building lives. Real lives. Not perfect. Nothing was ever perfect, but good. Solid. Full of hope and laughter and second chances. On the anniversary of finding each other at the cemetery 2 years now, they went back one more time. Together, Mia placed flowers on the grave. But this time they weren't wilted. Weren't bought with lunch money. They were beautiful. Fresh. Expensive. Because they could afford them now. Hi, Mom, Mia said to the stone, even though her mom was standing right beside her. A lot has happened since last time I was here. Good things mostly. We're happy. Really happy. Really happy. Sarah wrapped an arm around Mia's shoulders. We wanted to come tell you, both of us, that we made it. We survived. And we're going to keep surviving. Keep living. Keep finding joy. Because that's what you would have wanted. For both of us. They stood there in silence for a while. Remembering. Grieving. But also celebrating. Because they'd won. Against impossible odds. Against evil people and terrible circumstances. They'd won. Ready to go home? Sarah asked finally. Yeah, Mia said. Let's go home. They walked back to the car. But this time there was no fear. No looking over their shoulders. No dreading what came next. Just two people who loved each other. Who'd fought for each other. Who'd survived together. The rain started as they drove away. But Mia didn't mind. Rain wasn't scary anymore. It was just rain. At home, they made dinner together. Watched a movie. Laughed at stupid jokes. Planned their weekend. Cool. Normal. Beautiful. Precious normal. That night, as Mia got ready for bed, she looked at herself in the mirror. Really looked. She saw someone different than the girl from 2 years ago. Stronger. Braver. More sure of herself. Someone who'd been through the worst and come out the other side. Someone who knew that family wasn't always blood. That love was a choice. That survival was possible, even when it seemed impossible. She climbed into bed. Her room in their new house. Safe. Warm. Home. Her mom knocked softly on the door. Can I come in? Always. Sarah sat on the edge of Mia's bed, the way she used to when Mia was little, before everything fell apart, before it all got put back together in a different way. I love you, Sarah said. More than anything in this world. 5. I love you too, Mom. Sweet dreams, baby. You too. Sarah turned off the light and closed the door softly. Mia lay in the darkness. But it wasn't scary darkness. Just peaceful. Quiet. Safe. She thought about everything that had happened. All the pain, all the fear, all the loss, but also all the love. Her father was gone. Jessica was gone. That chapter of her life was closed. But she and her mom were still here. Still fighting. Still living. Still loving. And that was enough. More than enough. It was everything. Mia closed her eyes and smiled. For the first time in 2 years, she went to sleep without any fear at all. Just peace. Just gratitude. Just hope for tomorrow. Because tomorrow would come, and she and her mom would face it together, the way they'd faced everything else. As survivors. As warriors. As a family. 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 As a... And nothing, not death, not betrayal, not evil could ever take that away from them. Nothing. Ever. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button. We post emotional stories like this every week. Your support means everything. Thanks for watching.